Hey guys, Chad here with MyDailyBourbon. Today I want to talk about Clyde May's Cask Strength Aged 10-Year Bourbon Whiskey. So, if you can see that there. It's got a little wet, and that was my fault because when I poured it, I spilled some on it. But that is what the label says. So, 58.5 ABV, it's 117 proof. This was sent to me by Bourbon Spirits, so thank you, sir. I really appreciate that. This man has gone above and beyond numerous times before. I've come home from work, I've had packages at my doorstep, had no idea who sent them. Of course, till I look at it, but I had no idea I had any coming. I mean, he sent me numerous samples and bottles, and I cannot thank this man enough. If you're not following at Bourbon Spirits, give him a follow. Just a super generous guy, and one of the reasons the bourbon community is just as amazing as it is. So let's talk about this Clyde May's here. Notes on it are citrus, peach, and cedar with flavors of spiced apple, oak, and a light fruit finish. Now Clyde May's is from Alabama, and I got some residue from where I wiped this off. They don't have a 10-year-old bourbon themselves, so I am assuming this is a sourced bourbon. And I'm sure if I'd done some research, I could have found that out, but I did not. Ooh, almost took a drink. Need to nose it first. So on the nose, I'm not getting any peach. Not at all, actually. I do get some citrus, typical orange zest, lemon, kind of poking through there. Getting some nutmeg and some cinnamon. It's got a really good spice on the nose, not like sharp or overbearing, but it's just there enough to let you know that there is going to be some kick to this with the proof. I am getting a little bit of sweet oak on the nose. I hope that really goes through to the palate as well. There is some sweetness, you know, typical caramel, kind of toffee heavy on the nose. That is Tannic E. Ooh. Very tannicky. Maybe a little too much. I like a lot of tannins. I like heavy oak. But this is just instant dry mouth right from the get-go. You have to really enjoy tannins to like this. And I do enjoy tannins, but man, this is quite a bit for me. While I wait on my tongue to recover, take a drink of water. Gonna help get me back to hydration there. Nose hasn't changed much. Ooh, that's oaky. Man, that's so oaky for a 10-year-old. I would have thought this was twice its age just in oak tannins alone. That could be the proof having something to do with it. I mean, once you get up there in age, well, I don't know. I mean, you can get a Russell's pick at 110 proof to 120 proof. My pre-picks are always 120 at least. So, I mean, I've never had a 10-year of either one of those be this oaky before. This oak heavy. It is very spice heavy as well. I mean, you get lots of clove, lots of black pepper. Really no sweet spice to it at all, like no cinnamon, sugar, nutmeg, or anything like that. It is just straight clove and black pepper. I'm also not getting any apple on the palate either. I'm getting more heavy dark fruit, so more like black cherry, strawberry, like jam style notes, more of a jammy note than I am anything. Man, that is so tannicky. I can't remember the going rate of what this usually cost. $175 is the price. I've got a website here pulled up for it just because I wanted to see what the current price was, or asking price. So, excuse me, retail of $174.99. A little pricey for a 10-year-old, especially a source 10-year-old. I mean, I've had some Clyde Mays before that I really enjoy, but this is just not one of them. I'm not a fan of this one. Very oak heavy, very dry fruit. If I would have thought this was a sherry finished bourbon. I mean, I really would have. Just because of the fruitness that do come through there are a dark fruit, but the oak that's in there and the dryness that you get on the palate is just too much. It's too much for me, at least. I mean, if that's your thing, awesome. But for $175, I mean, I would rather have 20 bottles of something else rather than have one bottle of this. But let me know your guys' thoughts. What do you think of Clyde Mays? Have you had the 10-year cask strength bourbon before? Who do you think it's sourced from? I mean, because I know it's not them, so I'm assuming it's got to be like Heaven Hill or Barton or somewhere. I'm sure if I did some research, I could actually find that out. But just not a fan. Not a fan of this one. But let me know your guys' thoughts below. Hope you're having a great day. Cheers, y'all.